Crews are making progress on the $3.4 billion Elgin O'Hare Western Access project. Today, they broke ground on 3 crucial interchanges that will link the western side of O'Hare Airport to the new 490 tollway and I-294. Officials say creating Western access to O'Hare will reduce travel times and congestion, and they believe it will also create jobs and help attract businesses to that area. The project is scheduled to be complete in 2026. Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi represents the northwest suburbs.
He joins us now to talk about that project and other issues in the news. Thank you for being with us.
Hey, thank you so much, Ben and Dina.
So let's start with Western access to O'Hare. This has been talked about for decades, and it's part of this bigger project involving a new international terminal and those satellite terminals. But according to some reporting, that may be on shaky ground with some airlines balking at the price. Tell us how all of this fits together and whether you think we are still going to get this grand, bigger, easier to access airport.
Yes, I think we will. First of all, the Elgin O'Hare Expressway is the ultimate aspirationally named piece of infrastructure since it neither reaches Elgin nor O'Hare.
Yeah.
And so that's the first order of business, trying to make sure that that happens. Why? Because many of the suburbs on the western edge of the airport actually have to go east into the city to then enter the airport, again, going west, which makes no sense. And so this Elgin O'Hare Western Access project enables people to cut their commute times, for businesses to cut their commute times, but most importantly, to bring economic development to the western part of the suburbs. And it's estimated 65,000 new jobs will locate there by 2040 as a consequence of this.
All right, let's talk about something a little more difficult to answer, I think, the migrant crisis. Republicans are saying it's systemic of open borders under President Biden. Many say they're asylum seekers, but, the reality is people are claiming asylum, and then some of them are here in the U.S. for a year, even longer, awaiting a hearing. What do you think needs to happen now and, of course, down the road?
Well, first of all, we need to secure the border. There's no doubt about it, and I think that the president is negotiating with Republicans in Congress as we speak, with regard to a package to, bring order to the border, so to speak. Secondly, we have to take care of the migrants who are here. Unfortunately, they've been used as political pawns and sent from Texas on buses to Chicago in the dead of winter. And so I'm asking the federal government for aid and assistance to take care of these people. Long term, we have to fix the immigration system. It's pretty broken. And these problems at the border and elsewhere are kind of symptoms of a much larger crisis. And as you know, our immigration system is our #1 competitive killer app as a country. And so that's something that we have to prioritize as well.
So I've read Chicago absorbed nearly 30,000 Ukrainians after Russia invaded their country, which is roughly the same number that Governor Abbott has sent up from Texas. Why do you think one process has been so chaotic and the other didn't generate as many headlines?
That's a great point. And one of the big reasons is that the work authorizations for these other migrants, the non-Ukrainian migrants, has not been processed expeditiously. In my opinion, those work permits should be processed and people should be able to pay for themselves, take care of their own families. And with so many job openings in the Chicago area, they can find employment. So that's what we need to do right now.
I know today you were actually talking about employment, talking about the labor force. You introduced this bill to ensure people applying for jobs aren't discriminated against because they don't have a college degree. I know with my college-age kids, I'm seeing people leaving college because they think they can get better jobs. Explain how this has been an issue.
Well, you're absolutely right. 1/3 of Americans have a 4-year college degree, but 2/3 do not. And for them, unfortunately, not only is there not a world-class system of career technical and skills-based education, which I'm also passionate about and have worked on, but they also face discrimination in hiring. They face what's called the paper ceiling, the paper being a piece of paper, a 4-year college degree requirement that often employers use even when those applicants possess the skills and experience necessary to do the job. So I introduced legislation with a Republican named John James of Michigan to basically require that for employers who use automated screening services, that they provide people who don't have a 4-year college degree with the ability to prove their credentials in lieu of a 4-year college degree, where they can meet the requirements of the job.
Got it. Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much.